it's Mimi LaRose, and welcome back. We are going to be doing the general tarot reading for Libras. Hello, Libras, my loves, my dears. Let us see what's coming for the month of June for the sign of Libra. Oh, that card came out fast. Crone of air. Lots of air energy this month. Lots of air energies. A lot of the cards. I just did Pisces, and Pisces got an air as well. All right, so we are going to be in our Libra bag. We are going to be embodying that very mature air sign energy of maybe being a little bit of that judge and jury, but really understanding how powerful our words are, having a very clear mind. So there's not a lot of that mental fog, not a lot of that mental confusion. You can't run a kingdom when you're confused or when you can't see further than your nose. It's a very forward thinking. It's a very stabilized, clear thought. And so that's kind of going to be our energy. That's going to be what we're starting out with and what we're heading into for the month of June. And it seems like that makes sense because we start off strong at the gate. 5 of Wands, clarifier is the Lovers. Oh my, oh my. How are our relationships going, Libra? How are they going? There seems to be a little bit of conflict, a little bit of, I saw a different interpretation of the 5's energy, which is breaking you out of the monotony and the stagnancy that can come from the 4's energy that's a little too stable. The 5's kind of throws you back into the game, gets you awake and going, so if your creativity, if you're have created such a wonderful stable relationships, you go and every Friday you have your dinner date and you go home, or you have self-care night and you drink a glass of wine and take a bath or something like that. It's just very like routine, where it, yes, is enriching and it makes you feel loved and nourished, but it's monotonous now because you've done it so many times that like it's no longer, it still fills the cup, but the water's kind of dull. It's not refreshing as it could be. And so in this case, with the Lovers being the clarifier, it's pointing towards there may be some friction going on in your relationship. It may be something where maybe things were just, it was too routine. It was too predictable. But also could be where, you're feeling like you want something more exciting. You want something that, makes you feel like, man, I really want to be back in the game. And the Lovers card is not only about relationships, romantic relationships or relationships with individuals. The Lovers is about our attachment to our understanding of who we are and our ability to be able to express love, to experience love, to connect to our higher self or to our spiritual self. And perhaps your spiritual practices have gotten to be a bit stagnant as well. Let's see what else we get. 9 of Swords, as to how to work with this energy. We really need to calm the mind. I think that meditation is going to be it's going to be our bag this month, Libras. We are going to need to really step into deep, consistent meditations. And so meditation does not have to be just, sitting and doing breath work or visualizations or anything like that. It can be a walking meditation. It can be eating. So it's just being really mindful of how you eat, tasting each part, eating very slowly, being very present in the moment. Meditation is about being present. In what way have we not been present in our relationships? In what way have we not been present with ourselves? And how has that led us to go for so many distractions and so many detachments that it's pulling us away from our kind of core self, pulling us away from our path of where it is that we would like to be? All right, so we have that 5 of Wands, and then we get the 3 of Chalices or the 3 of Cups. So there's going to be some celebration. There's going to be some good times. We got two fives here, so we're heading down the five route this month, starting off. So that three of chalices is clarified by the five of swords. I think we're feeling a bit victorious. We're feeling like, okay, like we're getting a handle on things. I think once we decide to be a little bit more present in the situation, once we stop distracting ourselves with relationships or distracting ourselves with disassociating or just going out for the joy of going out, and we start to say that, like, no, I really need to experience the joy as opposed to just being in the space or thinking about it, which is totally a Libra thing. Once we actually put that into action, then we do actually get to enjoy these moments. We get to experience that. And then we get the Ten of Pentacles as our how to work with this energy. And I think it's really thinking Ten of Pentacles is always going to be a legacy card for me. It's thinking about beyond this moment. It is, so we're being present, but every present moment builds towards the future. That is how we actually create the future. That is the actual manifestation technique, is that the things that you're doing now are allowing for you to be able to do the things that you want to do in the future. And so if in the future, what we're really looking forward is to have the lovers, to have this wonderful, joyous life, to be able to feel really safe and stable, especially mentally and psychologically, then we have to do the things now to create that environment. Two of Swords, there is a choice coming up. There is a choice coming up, and we need to listen to our intuition. I think the success that we will gain from remaining present in this time and space is going to lead us to additional options. Let's see what the clarifier is for that. Oopsie. Six of Swords. Oh my. Okay. Really, truly, what this is looking like, Six of Swords is very interesting because sometimes I see it when it's depicted on the cards as them picking up the swords, and kind of after a battle and being able to kind of carry the swords, and it's like you're taking whatever you can, or it's like, okay, we made it through the other side. In this one, we have the young woman and she's running away from kind of like, looks like a dystopian wasteland into this very clear, the clear sky, the fairies going with her. And it's kind of like choosing to move towards healing and choosing to move towards a healthier new path as opposed to staying where we have been. And that seems to be the choice that we're being given, is an option is coming through that is kind of maybe one that we've carried that path before. Maybe we've been interested in doing this work before. Let's get a clarifier, actually, though. Let's get a clarifier. I always forget I can get clarifiers from this additional deck. Let's get a clarifier for this choice, an additional one. Let's see what we get. Two of Fire. My goodness. Okay. Yeah, we're really in it. Our passions. A creative endeavor. It may be a lover. Really, truly, maybe a lover. We are really being like, there is a distinct moment coming in the month of June, Libras, around a choice that we make about a path that we take, and whether we are going to take the road that we've already taken, that we kind of know how this goes. Like, are you repeating patterns? Let's get this, how to work with this. I really want to be clear on this. King of Wands. We need to be brave. We need to take a new creative path that fuels us, that makes it seem like the sun is shining. When I was in my previous role, I every day would dread having to wake up. I would dread having to get out of the bed. I would dread having to go to the meetings. I would just like, I just felt kind of dead inside. And every now and then something would happen that would spark and light me up again. And I think it's really saying we need to go within and we need to see clearly what leads us towards a spark, what leads us to lighting up and feeling excited about life, and what feels like it might be the safe choice. It might be the choice that brings us more money. It might be the choice that, brings us security, but it doesn't light us up. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. That's not the choice to make. Right now, Libra, we are being guided to choose life. Let's get our final row. Knight of Chalices. We may be experiencing, it might be an offer that comes with a move. It may be a love offer. Knight of Chalices is about feelings and emotions, so we might get a love offer. Lovers was the clarifier card for the Five of Wands. If your relationship has been feeling stagnant, you may get that spark of like, hey, okay, like, are we going to do this or are we not? Are we going to make this choice or are we not? There is a movement forward. It's something that's going to progress you in all of your relationships, on all of your paths. So yes, it might be a proposal. It might be a offer to may have an official relationship or to have a exclusive relationship. It may be a offer to for friendship. It might also be a business offer. Let's actually see how to work through this energy. King of Pentacles. It may be a business offer. It may be someone who's an earth sign. But I think it's also saying to work with this energy, you kind of have to come in as a King of Pentacles. You need to be very grounded. So again, it's one of those like making that choice between which path you're going to take, but you need to be very grounded. You need to be very secure. You need to stabilize yourself, but also to allow people in your life who are going to support that for you as you move forward on this path. I'm very excited about this last row because I think it's exactly what we need to get us from kind of the start where it's a little like, oh my goodness, like stressful, feeling overwhelmed, overthinking, kind of caught up in our heads, to a very like present and secure moving forward energy. Let's get our outcome cards. Should we do a clarifier for the crone? Let's do clarifier crone of air for the topic. I know we've already talked through the whole thing, so I don't know how much that's actually going to help us out very much, but you know, we can see what kind of comes up with that finally. Spellcasting, the 8 strength card as our clarifier. I think it's just reiterating, you know, that we need to be brave. We need to understand our power. We need to embrace our power. We need to acknowledge our power and our ability to be able to kind of use our words, use our thoughts, use our cognitive know-how to shape and to create and to manifest the life that we would like to be able to live. Okay, let's go ahead and get that outcome card for the month, or cards. I always like to pull more than one. I want a clear card. I don't want nothing. Ooh, 5 of Earth. Yeah, our outcome card, 5 of Earth. I think we're really going to be looking for a new way at the Crown of Fire, King of Fire. Is this the second King of Fire, King of Wands we've gotten? We've got 2 King of Wands for this reading. Libra, I really truly think that I think this can read as about love, but I think it's also saying King of, or 10 of Pentacles. As you see here, like it's a family and it's multiple generations. And I think that when we look at success, you know, I'll do a love reading that's just focused on love, and I'll also do a reading that's just focused on money. But as we're looking at the combination of the general to get to the 10 of Pentacles, that's successful home life and it's successful ways of surviving, ways of funding your lifestyle. To get here, they're going to need money. They have literal elves here. It's a 10 of Pentacles. It's about money. It's about the material realm. But it's also about love and how those two things are so closely tied together to truly have like feelings of happiness and joy. And as we sit here and we look at this 5 of Earth, it's indicating that when it comes to how it is that we look at the material world, our physical world, we have been a little stuck. We felt like there's only so many options available to us for how we'll be able to be successful. We felt a little overwhelmed by those emotions. And it's really this, like, King of Wands showing up twice and in combination with, as a clarifier, the spellcaster is saying that we need to speak, think, and focus, ground down into, get that clarity on where is the path that we want to take, the Chariot card. How do we want our relationships to look? What do we do when these offers come in, when these offers of love, when these offers of ways to make money that are creative and actually fuel our passions? Like, how do we keep our inner fire burning? How do we keep that going? And not sacrificing that in order to stay kind of where we've been, that was very secure. You know, a 5 of Earth is kind of wobbling and wiggling the security, the financial security, the material security of the 4 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles is really saying like, hey, like, let's go a little bit deeper. Let's look beyond that. Let's challenge that. Let's do more. Let's expand. And this fire, these clarifying, supportive fire energy is really saying, you know, that we have a creative spark within us, and that we are developing the foundation to maintain that. And that these offers that are coming in are going to give us what we're looking for, to be able to do so. So this month might start off a little rocky. It seems like everybody's month is starting off a little rocky with that 5 of Wands, the Lover's card, and the 9 of Swords. If you're all stressed out about your relationships, you're all stressed out about like work BS or anything like that, if you work with colleagues or something of that nature, if you're just stressed out in general because you just want to get ahead and you just feel like you're hitting a wall, you know, it's really saying meditate, get your mind clear, see the path clearly before you of where you want to go, celebrate your wins, learn from those who are where you would want to be. You know, don't get caught up in feeling bitter or jealousy, you know, and then ground down, center down. In each one of these cards that's at the top, beyond, once we get to that 3 of Chalices and to that 10 of Pentacles, we have 2 individuals, one who's sitting down and literally meditating, and right next to that, the Knight of Chalices, an individual whose eyes are closed and who is envisioning their love. Like they may not be seeing it very clearly, you know, they're kind of making up in their head, they're fantasizing, but it's really saying like, it's reiterating the idea of going within and getting that clarity before moving forward. Because as you go within, as you allow yourself to dream, as you allow yourself to be more, to see more, to feel more, and to find that security within, it's going to progress you to where it is you actually want to be. But without doing that, then that's how you stay stuck in those feelings of being lesser than, those experiences of loss, you know, and we're shifting beyond that. We're shifting beyond that. A 5 of Earth, I love, you know, and sometimes it's like, okay, a 5 of Earth is going to say that like, oh my goodness, you know, loss, difficulties with money, da da da. No, 5 of Earth is saying expand. It's saying go beyond. It's saying the security of 4 of Earth is never guaranteed. You will never stay there. You will never keep the security of a 4. You will always progress to something that will wake you up and cause you to go beyond, to get to more through a 5. Because where you're progressing to is a 10. And if you stay at a 4, you've essentially just stalled in life altogether. You have to have something that comes in and pushes you beyond that to get to the 10. To get to the 10 of Pentacles, you must go beyond the 4. You must get to the 5 and wake up. So, we're waking up this month. All right, Libras, that's it for you. I will see you all for, let's see, what's next? After general readings, we do love readings. So it'll be it'll be singles and then couples, and then it'll be monies, and then it'll be shadow work. So I'll see y'all for the rest of your readings in a little bit. Have a great month. Bye.